Namaste, YouTube. This is Dr. Shreya Tyen, and as promised, I am going live right now. All right, let's cut the chase. As promised, because of this wonderful person who decided to give me these beautiful gifts, I cannot emphasize enough. Let me show you. I got the Heal Yourself by Ina Siegel Oracle deck. And then I got the EWAT Tarot deck, which is thebomb.com. Okay. Welcome, Natalie K. Thank you for joining me. I am going to do a live reading for the DM and the DF, Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, and what they really want to say. Right? This is deeper than Lemuria, deeper than Atlantis. I got a chance to kind of like play around with the cards a little bit before I decided to go on. The Queen, thank you so much for joining me. All right. Also, I want to let you guys know too, if you want to do a one question reading, I can put my information to my PayPal and I can do that while I'm online too. But let me go ahead and put that information in. If it allow me to do it while I'm on here, bear with me, you guys. I'm new to this. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, wait a second. I am on my phone, so I should have put that on there. No, I don't have Vimeo just yet. I wish I had it. That would have been so, so cool. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll go ahead and do this reading. And then after I'm done with this reading, I'll close it out and then I'll open it up with my PayPal information on the next one. Okay. Anyway, let me go ahead and get right into it. You know how I do. I'm about to go ahead and call in some help. I call in air, fire, water, earth, spirit, ether. I also call upon Yadharve to be able to give me the information that is needed for the divine masculine and the divine feminine for the evolution of their souls. And so it is. All right. So the first card that we have here is the divine masculine. I'm pulling from his side over here to the left. So what the divine masculine is not sharing with the divine feminine is that he is very sad. If you look at the woman that is on this face, on the face, on the card, look at her face. It looks kind of pale, looks kind of blushed. And this is some of the emotions that the divine masculine has been going through that he has kept hidden from his divine feminine. It's not what we all thought it was. Like the divine masculine was wearing some type of mask where he looked like he was unaffected by the separation, and it looked like as if he was living his best life and that things were just peachy creamy, and it was basically only the divine feminine that was having these emotions of heartache and heartbreak. But as you can see, it's not that at all. He's feeling remorse, he's feeling regret, and these are things that he is not conveying to his divine feminine for whatever reason. Maybe it may be ego, maybe it may be pride, but whatever the case is, he is going through it. And from the energy that I'm sensing is that he's going through this just as equally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically as the divine feminine. So it is not one-sided. Okay. The next card we have here is temptation. Uh-oh. Yeah, the divine masculine has had plenty of suitors that have stepped to him, and it has been overwhelming nonetheless. But if you look at this hand that is grabbing out to her. I'm going to come up a little bit more so you can see that. Okay, this stands for karmic energy. Okay, so these people that have been offering him their love cups are karmics. They are not other divine, they're not soulmates. Well, they're soulmates, but they're karmic soulmates. So basically, they're here to teach a lesson. It's something that it is that he needs to learn, but it's a temptation for him. It wouldn't be a temptation if it wasn't something that was not tempting. So he's dealing with um, a number of people, women, female suitors, partners, and this is not gender specific. I'm just going off of the masculine energy. So, I mean, take what resonates with you if you're in a same sex relationship. But the point is, the one that's carrying in the divine masculine energy is being tempted all over town. Okay. And it has not been easy for him because these people have been very seductive, sensual, and they have been very forthcoming with their offers. So this is another thing that he is keeping from the divine feminine. He's not sharing that with her. And that's some of the reasons why they have not been in communication. Okay. All right, Natalie, thank you for letting me know about the Vimeo. You said it only takes about 10 seconds to set up. I have no clue about that. But after I get finished with this, because as you can see, I'm learning as I'm going here, I would definitely check into that. Okay. But thank you, dear. Appreciate you so, so much. All right. So back to where I was. If I can get from the screen. Okay, fantastic. Next, we have this card of dreams. So the divine masculine is going on. Yeah. Oh, that's good to know about the PayPal on Vimeo. Okay. Well, that's excellent. Okay. I'll definitely look into that after this recording. Okay. So, what the divine masculine is not telling the divine feminine is that he is dreaming about her every night. And some of the divine feminines already know that because they are on an astral plane together, making love and basically living life as if they have no problems at all in the physical realm. Okay. So for some of you divine feminines, this is not a surprise that he dreams about you every night because every night you dream of him and every night he's in your dreams on an astral plane. And you guys are basically doing things like as if you are in union. Okay. But he's not letting you know this because for whatever reason, he feels like it would be less of him at this moment to come out and say, oh, well, by the way, I haven't talked to you in a while, but I dream about you. So a lot of this is ego based, and he is not going to come and tell you this because it makes him feel like less of a man. He wants to keep his macho and his, you know, his gumption about himself. Okay. He can't give it all away at this moment because he feels like neither one of you at this moment, and what I'm sensing from both ends, neither one of you are giving in. I don't know why I feel that way. I just feel like it's both, both sided, is mutual as far as this energy of this non-communication. Because at any time, to be quite honest, what I'm feeling from source is that you can break this non-communication whenever you want to. Okay. So I feel a little bit of ego on both sides. Okay, right now he is mustering up the boldness to be strong when it comes to these karmics and the temptation, because what I'm sensing for a lot of these divine masculines is they've came out of some heavy shit already with these karmics. I think they're starting to realize and internalize that she is not you. She cannot compare to you. She doesn't look like you, dress like you, smell like you, talk like you. And these may seem like just little things, but to the divine masculine, it's a big deal. He's very particular about the type of women that he goes for. And so with these other women, they were just full of lust. Okay. They are full of lust. They are full of desire. They're basically were fantasies. And it was easy for him to go that route because of your relationship in his relationship at the time just seemed like it was too volatile. It seemed like it was just too much for him to contend with. So in his mind, he wanted to step away from the drama. And so you got these women that look like this coming after him. And he's like, okay, let me just go with what's easy. So he went with the flow. It wasn't a decision that he made in his heart. It was a decision that he made with his lower chakras. Okay. So that's the reason why right now I feel universally that source energy and the angels, they're stepping in and they are giving your divine masculine the strength that he needs in order to overcome this. Because in the grand scheme of things, what we're all looking forward to is the ascension. Okay. He has to be able to stay in his higher self and not continue to climb down that ladder on his lower chakras to fulfill his desires and his lust with these women. And I couldn't make this stuff up if I wanted to. You got the devil card. Okay. The devil card, again, what does it represent? It represents temptation. And it also can represent lies, cheating, deceit, not being clearly honest about what it is that he really wants from the relationship. Or it could be that the divine masculine is deceiving his own self. Okay. Before you can ever think that you're deceiving another person, who do you deceive first? Yourself. Because what you do to yourself, you inherently do to others. Okay. So it's like a domino effect. One piece is not left unaffected by the other. So these are the things that in this non-communication that your divine masculine is pulling through, struggling through, and growing through. And I say growing through because there are some divine masculines that are really growing through this. They are taking it just about as hard as you are, divine feminine. You are not the only one that is struggling. You are not the only one that's doing spiritual work. Okay. And I just want to say I've seen so many videos where you have these readers just talking about, oh, the divine feminine, she's doing her work, and the divine masculine. No, he's tapped in, tuned in, and turned on too. It's just that he doesn't stay tapped in, tuned in, and turned on because he got this in his face all the time. Okay? It's kind of hard to concentrate when you got that in front of you. I'm just saying, I'm not throwing him a free pass, but I'm just saying, divine masculines, I get your drift. I understand, and understand how difficult that can be for a man. All right. And so we got the Phoenix rising. So the divine feminine is wanting to let the divine masculine know that she feels complete and whole within herself. She is in her empress power. She feels like her true, authentic self. She is rising above all of. She is, look like we had a little bit of a connection problem right there, because this is getting deeper than deep, and the energy on this reading is out of control, off the Richter scales. That's the reason why we just had a little bit of a blackout, right? Energy does not lie. Also, with the divine feminine, she is working on her inner self. What did I just say again? She is healing past wounds. She is going into her bloodlines and healing things that have happened to her generations after generations after generations after generations, going all the way back to her first memory of being in front of source energy. And speaking of that, this is no coincidence, and I'm going to share this with you today. I had a heart healing with a friend, and she took me back all the way until I was in front of source before I even incarnated on the earthly plane, when I was still in my ethereal body and I was one with my twin, and before we were split and incarnated to heal me from my first inception. How deep is that? Now, that's some real spiritual badassery right there. This is what the divine feminine is doing. She is working. She's willing to go knee deep down in the trenches, getting as deep as she can, not worrying about how far the rabbit hole goes when it comes to her healing. And that is the reason why the divine feminine is getting so much recognition in the spiritual plane and from source energy. Source is very happy and very intoxicated and very just thrilled by the movement from the divine feminine, because we collectively are going deep. We are going in. And the divine masculines are doing work. They're just not going as deep or as hard as we are going. And that's the reason why the temptations keep popping up, and it just seems so easy for them because of the spiritual work that they're lacking, and that they're not really doing as hard or as concentrated in the concentrated form as the divine feminine. Okay. All right. Now we have with the divine feminine, take off your mask. This is what she feels that she has been doing. She feels that she has been putting on a facade. And what I mean by this, just so you can get the deeper comprehension of the meaning behind these words, it's not her telling the divine masculine to take off the mask. She's been wearing a mask. She's been acting like, oh, I don't care about him. I don't love him. He can go be with the karmic. He can go do what he want to do. I'm working on myself. I'm healing myself. But I can tell you one thing that you cannot do. You cannot catfish the universe. You cannot lie, because what happens is that the divine feminine, unbeknownst to herself, is creating karma for herself because she is not fully processing her emotions. Instead, she is dismissing them, acting like as if she's not in love with her divine masculine. And because of that, she's not fully healing. So guess what? She says, I'm taking my mask off. I do love my divine masculine. I do want union, and I'm doing whatever I need to do to work on myself so this reunion can be actualized and realized, because now I'm looking in the mirror and I am starting to see that we're not so different after all. And what I am seeing is him in me, and what he has been mirroring back in me is my whole reality that I've been running from. Isn't that deep, y'all? Wow. Man, this reading is off the hook. Okay. Now, I cannot lie about this. What do we see in the first card that I pulled? We seen the Phoenix rising, and here it is, High Priestess, because the High Priestess is in check with her emotions. She knows how to direct her emotions. She knows how to make everything rise in her world to her occasion. She is good at manifestation. And so with this High Priestess card, I am feeling that basically all of the rainy days, the divine feminine is now turning into sunshine. She has self-mastery over self. She has self-mastery over her emotions. Things in the past that normally the divine masculine would say or do to her that would normally trigger her, he is no longer getting that trigger reaction or that emotional instability that she once played on for a crutch to get him to give her attention or to talk to her or to speak to her, because she realized it didn't help. It wasn't working. And so through her magic, and when I say magic, I am not talking about spells and ritual. I am talking about her magic, alchemical powers. She has been able to do a chemical work in order to work in the higher planes of existence, 5 dimension and up, to be able to transmute and transform love that she has, and to be able to do the self-healing that she needs on herself to bring union within, so that can be a manifestation on the without between her and her divine masculine. And the last card that I pull is the Ace of Wands. Hello. I can't lie about this stuff, you guys. I am telling you, with the Ace of Wands, she is giving herself the love that she has been pouring into this union and overdoses to her divine masculine. She is sipping from this cup. She is sipping from her love. She is becoming intoxicated with the love that she has given. She is given back to herself. She has called all aspects of herself back to herself, all soul fragments of herself back to herself, and she is fully complete and whole within herself. Now, just because she's complete and whole within herself is not saying that she does not want her divine masculine. It's okay if she's with her divine masculine, and it's equally okay if she's not with her divine masculine, because she realized that this journey is a journey on an upward ascension. Has nothing to do with the physical union. However, that is a byproduct if that's a part of the soul contract. She realizes that The only thing that matters at this moment is the journey back home into self, where there's unconditional love for herself, so she can pour that same unconditional love that she gives to herself back out into the world, and also her divine masculine if she wills it to be. So she realized that what may seem like a situation that she was stuck in and a situation that she had no control over, now she has complete mastery. Now she has complete control. And if you look at the Ace of Wands, this is the divine hand to her, this wand. Now, when she has this wand in her hand, she can will it to be whatever she wants it to be. Okay? So basically, this is a key from the divine to let the divine feminine know that if she wants the divine masculine to be in her spirit of existence and experience, that she can do this. All she has to do is wave this cosmic wand, and her wish is her command. All right, you guys, that is what I'm feeling so far. If you want an extended reading for yourself personally, I will do one for $11.11. I'm going to go ahead and drop off of here, and then I'll go ahead and start a new chat so I can have that information in there. It has been real. I love the energy, raw energy from these cards that was gifted to me. I'm so grateful and thankful that I was able to pull this reading out for you. It is a good karma to like, share, comment, subscribe, donate, and also do a gift registry if you feel inclined to. I now wrap you in my love and I cloak you with the light of Christ consciousness. And so it is, everyone. Namaste.